Hi guys, welcome back to this weekly outlook and let's get started. So today it will be quite a quick outlook as I just want to do a recap of some of the trades and just uh, some other additional potential setups and pretty much I don't have much time today, so I'll do another one. Another outlook will be done on Thursday, as well as the other one on Sunday. Just so that I want to give as much value as possible, even though today will be a much quicker outlook. All right, so starting with Euro AUD, we have a potential retest of this level where I'm looking for a trade to go long. So on a more of a higher time frame scale, we tested this level where we could look for a place to go long. Price formed a bullish structure with high highs and high lows. We have the most recent level, which is this one here, of support and resistance. This was broken with a fast momentum, which is a good signal, as well as price making a quite an important high. So making such a new important high, it's a good signal for a potential trade to go long. So I'm just looking for price to pull back on this key level, reject on the area, and potentially give us an entry to go long here. USGG, this was covered on the last weekly outlook. It's continuing on the same direction to go long. It's very close to the target. I didn't take this trade. I don't trade exotic pairs, but I still share this kind of setups for you guys. If any of you guys trade USGD or exotic pairs in general. So this was a simple breaker retest. The analysis was covered on the last weekly outlook, and you can check the recording on the um, YouTube link. Euro USD price has finally approached the new high, the latest high, making a new highs here after the retest of this level. This move was correctly analyzed and predicted on the upside a few weeks ago. On the other hand, these head and shoulders failed, so this was one of my stop losses. And but yeah, at least the, let's say, bullish momentum was predicted correctly, and now it's making a new high, and I'm just looking for a lower time frame trades to go long. If price breaks the new high and makes a new break and retest trade. UEPCHF, this is a trade still holding from the last weekly outlook. Probably some of you guys entered around here where we had last weekly outlook. So if you entered, good job. Price made an important drop. This could have been closed actually already. It was much wiser to close here on the beginning of this level. In my case, price didn't fully touch the target. So I'm still holding with the stop loss to break even, and I took some partials around here. GBP JPY, this is a traded, yeah, basically a bit aggressive trade that I'm holding, then it's going to drawdown. Um, yeah, simply put, I was looking for these head and shoulders. Price missed the head and shoulders by a very few pips and dropped. But we had this first retest here where price wasn't strong enough in the retest, and then we had price forming another rejection. I understand it's above the level. I kind of consider this as a potential stop hunt on this high where price rejected, and we had this drop with a strong bearish engulfing candle. So this pretty much also can be also considered as a head and shoulders setup where you have this left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And yeah, pretty much was another reason why I took again this entry, even though price broke above this neckline. So you consider this trade valid because we didn't break above the high, so it was still in between the retracement area, let's say. Price indeed made a nice reaction, almost getting to the target, and then I didn't have my stop loss to break even because price dropped overnight, so I didn't have a chance to move back the stop to break even. Um, but yeah, pretty much most likely will hit the stop loss if it continues higher. So I wouldn't really recommend taking the trade at the moment. It was just an opportunity that could have been stopped out at break even, or maybe having a lower target would have closed out at a profit. GBP and ZD, this was again another trade from one of the last few weekly outlooks, and price finally reached our target, which is nice. So took the target here after taking a trade here. This is the final target where you can still hold the trade, but you should have already taken partials on this first target. You can see how price reacted exactly on the level, which was marked up here, which is nice. USDCHF, we barely missed our, I mean, we not barely, but price didn't fully retest our zone to take the short. So yeah, pretty much no trade in this scenario. And now price tested this lower level, and yeah, at this point I'm just waiting, and unless price pulls back to this higher levels for a potential trade to the short, which I'll get into probably once price comes back. It's better to take it from the 61.8, as this level here is more recent than this one. We indeed broken with fast candles, which is good, and we will be testing this level here. AUDCHF, this is still the same swing trade. Still waiting for the test. So yeah, at this moment it will take quite some time to come back here. And yeah, it will take definitely, this is a more of a long-term trade, a swing trade to go short. AUD so we had this zone definitely where price we've been testing for a setup, but I didn't take it because price was too sideways in this case. And DCHF, this is still the same trade from last week. This is still valid as price formed a new lower low, which is a good signal. So from this retracement, there's a chance that price might continue lower. But we'll see. It's like I wouldn't really enter again now because price is in a sideways market, and just like the on the bearish side because price from this lower low. I will still avoid these market conditions. And the DJPY didn't manage to test on this inverse head and shoulders. This is definitely an interesting level to monitor once price comes back here for a potential trade to go long. And on CAD-JPY, I don't really have any news, any new trade. CHF JPY as well. I was waiting for this test on the zone to go long, but price instead just continued higher. Instead, it tested on this higher level here, tested the level, and then continued higher. So in this case, we had no trade setup. UK oil, we have these potential breaker retest to go long, although price already started moving higher, so that's quite hard that price can comes back to the zone. So yeah, US oil, this is a potential trade to go long. We had the rejection on this key level. We had a very strong momentum on the break, slower retracement. We have the clean break here. So we have price having a clean break. Then we have this price rejection with a bullish engulfing candle. So that's pretty much the entry indication to go long in this specific level. Gold, still continuing with the same analysis to go long on this level, respecting the overall market structure, bullish market structure, testing this, targeting this high. So yeah, I know today I didn't show much, but was much quicker live at the moment. We don't have much many setups, and we have so many running. But I will like the game on Thursday, so then I might be sharing some new setups. I'll go live both on Thursday and on Sunday. At this around the same time. So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys on next week. Yeah, look, as always, this is recorded, so I'm just posting the link. Talk to you guys.